The hatchery side is very profitable. The ducks like this, now every week I hatch more than 100 day old. For the fowls, I get every week more than 200 pieces. And check the price. Day old duck is 50 cedis for one. So, and the fowl, the Fulani fowl, day turkey, hybrid turkey, day old. The brown turkey, day old. There are risks in this business. Maybe like how we are talking about the electricity issue. You can go for someone's money and you be you be stuck. Every month you know your expenses and the profit you've made. So something like last month like this, you see the income there, which is about.
So in this part of the segment, I will be talking to Jinyami Farm about the hatchery side of the poultry industry. This is a billion Ghana cedi business, or more than that, and he's just tapping into a fraction of that. So if this is your first time, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. One secret is that this is the bullion side of poultry business. So Paul, is it like there is more demand for day old than the raised matured ones? That's why you are more focused into the young ones.
From the beginning, I realized most people keep coming in for young birds to raise them themselves. Hardly before you see someone coming in to buy them for meat, and they only come in during occasions like Christmas or when it's Easter. But I realized that maybe when you are into the supplying of the day old, every day in market keep moving. So that's why I decided to venture into supplying of the day old.
Okay, so the hatchery started way before the ducks.
And the hatchery started way before the ducks.
Which birds were you hatching?
I started with the turkeys. Okay. So I was hatching the turkeys and selling the day old. And some of them too, I raised them to 2 months before selling them.
Which of them is easier to hatch and more profitable?
I can say fowls are the easiest to hatch. Okay. But profitable, I'll go for ducks because they are a little expensive. Okay. There's a day old is 50 cedis. So if you're able to hatch, there's 100, it's 5,000. And turkeys too, once, it all depends on the machine you're using to. Okay. All of them, they are easy to hatch, but just that the duck hatching comes with a little effort and work.
We are focusing into the business of hatchery. Is hatching very easy or difficult?
I can say it's very easy and it's very difficult too. All depends on you.
Okay.
If you know really how to do it, it becomes easy for you. But if you are someone who is not that you are coming to start, by all means, you face a lot of some difficulties before.
Do you need special training? How is the training long?
Oh, you don't really need any special training like that. There are just some few things you have to know before starting. Before I started, I don't have any knowledge before going for the machine. But as I went for it, as time goes on,
the trying and
error, and I mastered.
Okay. Now we are coming to tap into that mastery. So can you elaborate more about the concept of or the business side of hatchery?
Okay. So in hatchery, the time, all the birds have times they take to hatch. Okay. For the fowls, they take 21 days, which is 3 weeks.
Okay.
And turkeys take 28 days. Muscovy ducks take 32 to 35 days. And Peking ducks, they also take 28 days. So the Peking ducks and the turkeys, they have the same date they hatch with. So they are 28 days. Fowls are 21 days, and Muscovy takes 32 to 35 days before they hatch. So mostly before you go into this business, You by all means need a parent stock, which is a matured best laying for you. So let's take the ducks. You have to raise the ducks. When they are laying for you, then you'll be picking the eggs before you start hatching. And before you start hatching the eggs, they can only be kept maximum of 7 days before put it inside the machine. So you are not supposed to keep them more than 7 days before putting them inside the incubator. So the more they are being kept outside, the more the hatchability will reduce. So for instance, I normally use 5 days, but if you are someone who eggs are not a lot, you can choose 7 days. So you can gather them for the period of 7 days before putting it inside the machine. You can't put it every day because there are some things you face when it's time for them to start hatching. So you can't pick them every day and start putting them inside the machine. So with the fowls and turkeys, they don't demand a lot. You gather them for the 1 week period, and when you gather them, you put them inside the machine. The temperature needed to hatch most kind of eggs, like turkey eggs, fowl eggs, black eggs, and guinea fowl, 37.5 degrees can hatch all these kind of eggs I've mentioned. For the humidity, from day 1 is 60% until last 3 days of their hatching, then you increase it to 70 to 80%. So for the humidity, it's 2 things. From day 1 till, if it's fowl, till 18th day, it will be 60%. But if the turkey and the ducks, which is 28 days, from day 1 to 25th day, it will be 60. But the last 3 days will be 70 to 80%. Because at that last 3 days is the time the chicks will be coming out. So they need a lot of water for the eggshells to be soft for them to come out. So when you gather the eggs for a period of 1 week, you put them inside the machine. Then at exactly 1 week, you can do it 5 days, but mostly I choose 1 week because at that 7 days, the embryos are already forming and they are visible. So we call that one candling. At 1 week, at night, you bring the eggs out of the machine and on your torchlight. You off light in the room for the place to be dark. And you on your torchlight and attach it to the egg. So the eggs that have formed, which are fertile, you see that there will be veins, like red, something like blood inside the eggs. So when you see something like that, meaning that egg was fertile and it has formed, so it will hatch. So you keep that ones at different side. And you see some of them that will be plain, like the raw egg. You don't see any sign inside, just a raw egg, like plain, inside will be plain. That means those eggs are not fertile. The males have not crossed the female wall. So if you keep it inside the machine, it won't hatch. So you have to bring all those ones out and send the ones that are fertile inside the machine again. Then you wait. If it's the fowl egg, when is the 18th day? Remember, fowl take 21 days to hatch. So when is the 18th day, which is 3 days more for them to hatch? The incubators, they come with baskets. So you bring all the eggs that are left with 3 days to hatch inside the basket, then put it under the machine. Then you increase the humidity from the 60 to 70 or 80%. And we do that by, you add water. There's a water can inside the machine. You add water into it, and you change the humidity settings to 70 to 80%. Then when you do that, you don't have to open the machine again. Remember the reason why I said you can't put the eggs every day inside the machine, because when it's time for them to hatch, last 3 days you are not supposed to be opening the machine until they all come out. So imagine you put the eggs inside every day. That means every day you have to be opening the machine and be putting eggs inside. So because of this reason, you have to gather the eggs maximum 3 to 7 days before you put it inside the machine. Else when they start hatching, you start facing problem. So when we come to the dark one, which is 28 days to hatch to, for that one too, you candle them at a week old. Then on the 25th day, which will be left with 3 days to hatch, that one's too, You bring them inside the basket, then put it under the machine and increase the humidity. Then you unpeel the machine again to last 3 days that they are done hatching, then you bring them out. So these are some of the few things you have to check when it comes to hatching.
Tell us more about the business side of the hatchery.
The business side of the hatchery is you have to make sure you keep marketing, because once you hatch, they have to pick them up. If you are not marketing and you are hatching, they'll be on you. So make sure you are always marketing. So whenever you hatch, that means somebody is supposed to be ready to pick them up. So me, what I do is my eggs are a lot. Every day, the ducks alone give me more than 3 crates of eggs, which is 90 or even 100 every day. The fowls give me more than 2 crates before the turkeys. So I use, in the week, I put the eggs 3 days and 4 days. Every Mondays, I put egg inside. Every Thursdays, I put egg inside. So all my customers, they know on Mondays and Thursdays when they come around, they get ducklings or day-old fowls or turkeys to buy. So the marketing side is the most important. You have to make sure you market, so whenever they come out of the incubator, someone is ready to pick it. And the hatchery side is very profitable. When you hatch them, the only thing you need is someone to buy them. You don't have to buy any vaccine, you don't have to buy any feed, no medications for them. Once you hatch, you sell, you get your money. So the only thing you'll be doing is to feed the parents that are laying for you. You have to feed them well and keep them well for them to be laying good eggs for you. So that's that side. So the hatchery side is very profitable. The ducks like this, now every week I hatch more than 100-day-old. That was then. But even now that I'm picking more than 3 eggs, a time will come every week, I'll be hatching more than 200 to 300-day-old ducks. For the fowls, I get every week more than 200 pieces. And check the price. Day-old duck is 50 cedis for one. So, and the fowl, the Fulani fowl, day-old is 15 cedis. Turkey, hybrid turkey, day-old is 65 cedis. The brown turkey, day-old is 200 cedis. But mostly,
because the color is brown.
And there's some unique things about them. Unlike the other breed, like hybrid turkeys, the brown turkeys, they can live for you continuous without stopping. The ones I'm keeping, they've been laying for me over 8 months non-stop. Every day they will lay. If you have about 10 of them, every single day you pick 8 eggs. Every single day you pick 8 eggs. Every single day you pick. So I think the reason why they are expensive is, 1, they are not common. And 2, because of their laying capabilities. And they are very strong. They are resistant to most of these fowl diseases that we have. Raising them, you won't face any challenges. So I think that's the reason why they are expensive like that. Because they've been like that before I also started. When I was starting, I bought 14-day-old from Obuasi. One for 200 cedis. So 2,400 for.
Then you have not even reduced on.
It has not reduced on it, but because I'm producing more, when someone comes in and you are getting like 10, I can consider you and reduce it for you.
My next question is, what equipment do you need for the hatchery? What was your first equipment you got for the hatchery when you started?
When I started, I imported the China incubator, 528 capacity. It takes 528 from China. And I started with that one. But I realized it wasn't helping. You know, their temperature in China is very low compared to ours here. So they do the machine in a kind of, the heater inside produce a lot of heat. So when I brought it down here, I realized it was overheating and burning most of cooking the eggs. So I can put almost 100 turkey eggs and I'll even get up to 20. That will come out. So I decided to buy the locally made one, and thankfully it's really hatching very well.
Which year did you get the local one?
The local one I've been using for a year now. And I'm even planning to buy an extra one.
Is it like you see an engineer and they construct it for you, or you have people who are expert in it?
We have people who are expert in it. They are from Kumasi. So when you order it, you tell them the capacity that you need, and they'll give you like a week and they'll do it for you then. They'll bring it down for you. So in the hatchery side, you just need an incubator, then female and male birds that will be laying for you with your feed. So once you are feeding them and they are laying for you, all you have to be doing to be picking your eggs every day, and you start your business.
The incubator, what are the recommended ones? Like, is it based on capacity, the amount of egg it can take, or the hatchability? How do you know this is good? Or
for recommended ones, I would say before looking out to buy one, you see that, oh, how many birds am I trying to keep? So if I'm trying to keep 100 birds, how many eggs will they be giving me? So if, let's say, they'll be giving you 100 eggs per day, you know, you gather them for 1 week. So 100 times 7 is 700 eggs. And if it's fowls, it's taking 3 weeks to hatch. So that means you have to put them inside for 3 good weeks before new ones will start hatching and will be going. So you have to multiply the 700 eggs they are giving you by 3. So 700 by 3 will be give you 2,100.
I'm lost.
A week, every day.
Okay.
You are getting 100 eggs. And like I said previously, you have to keep the eggs maximum 7 days. So meaning if you are picking 100 eggs per day, in 7 days, they give you 700 eggs. And I said fowl eggs takes 3 weeks. So that means this week you put first 700 inside. Next week you put another 700. The third week you put another 700. By that time, the first 700 you put inside will be coming out. Okay. So that means if you take those ones out, you get space to put an extra one inside. So that means if you are someone who will be getting 100 eggs per day, you have to multiply your eggs per day by 7 and by 3 too. So 100 by 7 is 700, and 700 by 3 is 2,001.
Okay.
So that means the incubator capacity that you have to be looking out is 2,100 plus eggs before you can contain your eggs. Eggs, if you go for something less.
So someone keeping 1,000 birds will need like 10,000 capacity.
1,000 birds, how many eggs will you be getting? 1,000 will surely be like males and females. Okay. And males and females, like 60% will be females. So at least it will be giving you 500 eggs per day. So you have to just do that calculation, 500 by 7 by 3 again. Then you know the capacity you'll be needing for the machine. And before you know a machine that hatches well, it's either you try it yourself or you know someone who bought it and it's working. So what I did was, after this one was worrying me, I called a lot of farmers and complained my issue to them. So I asked them, the one you are using, where did you get it from? If you put 100 eggs inside, how many of them comes out? So I did that survey. Before one of them, a friend, the one I bought the brown turkeys from Obuasi, he told me the one he bought is locally made. And by then, it was the time they were starting to build it. And it was so good. If he put turkey eggs inside, all of them come out. So he recommended those people to me in Kumasi. So I decided to go and buy 3,000 capacity by then. So
how much did you get?
The 3,000 is 15,000.
15? How many years now?
A year.
So by now,
Oh, it's still the same price. So after buying that one, I went to buy another 500 capacity. So now I'm using the 3,000 and the 500 one. The 500, I'm just using it as a hatcher. That one is not anyone that can understand it, but we have a hatcher and we have a setter. You know, The man.
Don't come. You have to explain.
So the hatcher and the setter. The setter is, you have the eggs ready, you put them inside. So like I explained earlier, from day 1 to 18th day, which is the fowl, and day 1 to 25th day, which is the duck and turkeys, the setter will take it from day 1 to that time till the last 3 days. So when it's left the last 3 days, the hatcher will continue with that work. So when you drop the eggs inside the basket, now this time instead of you putting it under the machine, you bring it to that hatcher, which is the separate machine. So the hatcher, the work it only does is to hatch it. It takes the eggs for the last 3 days and hatch it.
That's the 500.
That's the 500. So when you do it like that, after hatching, you realize that there are a lot of feathers, small, the new ones, and a lot of dirt that will be inside the machine. So the only advantage using 2 machines to hatch, it's always, your setter inside will be always clean. Inside will be always clean. And like I said, when you put the eggs inside for 3 days before they come out, you are not supposed to be opening it. So if you have a hatcher and you drop the eggs there, you have no business of opening the machine. Maybe there's a mistake happening in the setter, which you need to open it. And because you have dropped eggs that you are hatching, you won't be able to open it. So once you have the hatcher, the setter always, every single day, you can open it. And when it comes to the duck hatching, you will need a hatcher and a setter. Because there's the one thing we didn't talk about. The duck's eggs, when you are hatching, every single day you have to bring it out and spray it with water. So imagine you are hatching duck eggs and you've dropped eggs. And there's also an egg under the machine that will be hatching in 3 days' time. How will you be able to bring it out and spray it? That means for that 3 days, you won't be able to spray the duck eggs.
So you need a
separate machines too to be doing that work for you when you want to go into the duck farming. You can still use it, the single one, but that means the 3 days that the eggs are supposed to be hatching, you won't be spraying the eggs.
What about those plastic ones with blue top?
I've not used that type, but some people say it do works. But the kind of birds the number of birds I'm having in the farm, there is no way I can use that type.
Now, in your field of business, what are some of the risks involved?
Risks. It comes with the hatching side. There was a time, inside the machine there are egg trays that we put the eggs on, then you put inside. So one time I was putting the eggs, instead of dropping it, I think I didn't put it inside the machine, and when the machine was turning, it all went upside down and all the eggs broke.
Including the old ones?
All the old ones. There were blood, fresh eggs, everything. So when you are hatching and you don't take care of those things, that one too is a huge loss. And it comes with another one is the fertility side. If you don't monitor your males and females well, you don't feed them well, or even your male to female ratio, like I said, 4 female is to 1 male, most of the eggs that you'll be getting, they won't be fertile. So that means they won't be able to hatch. So you have to check all those things. And even the ducks, if you don't give them water to swim, the males will be inside, but they won't be crossing like they are supposed to be doing. So most of the eggs you'll be getting won't be.
What do you do to increase your
fertility? For the ducks, I make sure there is always clean water in the pond for them to be bathing. Because anytime they see clean water, they want to cross. So they are always crossing. And when the feed you are giving them to is balanced, the eggs you'll be getting to, most of them will be fertile. But for the turkey side, turkeys are very selective. So if you have just 1 male turkey in your farm and you have a lot of females, some of them will allow the males to cross them and some won't allow them. So the turkey farmers, what you have to do is keep at least 3 or more males in the farm. I know male turkeys fight a lot, but you have to prepare a place for them, for each of them to stay. So what I do is, I have like 3 or 4 males. One will be with them inside for 2 days. After the 2 days, I'll take that one out and send different one inside, because the first male that will be inside, some of the females won't allow it to cross them. So once you can see that once you introduce a new male, most of them will be bound down for that male to cross, and you'll be like, it's not just now, or are you people not having male among you before I introduce this one? So if you're a turkey farmer and you've not checked that one, then try it and see. And they also like crossing outside. When you are keeping them inside, they don't really like crossing, and they like crossing when the sun is down from 4 p.m. going. So you have to be bringing them. If you're always keeping them inside, you might not be getting your expert out always. So you have to plan, maybe at 4 p.m. I'll bring them out from 4 to 6 p.m. Then you send them inside again.
Inbreeding. What about inbreeding?
And so far, what I've checked with ducks, turkeys, and fowls, inbreeding doesn't really affect them.
Because I think I've seen a turkey farmer who raised that concern about inbreeding in turkey. It can cause your young ones, your, how do you call it, latest die early.
Pots, turkey pots.
Okay. To die early. I don't know. Well, what's the next thing you need to consider when doing this hatchery?
For the hatchery, apart from the incubator and your parents' stock laying for you, electricity is another another headache. Electricity.
How do you make sure that you have constant electric supply for the incubator, since you need the heaters on?
So surprisingly, even up till now, I don't even have a solar or generator.
How do you do?
But what I do is I have the number of the UCG people. So whenever there's light out, and I've seen that it's only in our area, I quickly call them, and they come around to solve it. But one thing too is the incubators, when the light is off, it doesn't really affect the eggs until 24 hours. So maybe around this time, 3 p.m., the light is off. It can even be there till tomorrow morning. If the light doesn't come, and it won't affect the eggs.
But again, you said during the last 3 days, you shouldn't open the incubator. What if that last 3 days there's light out?
Oh, I don't think there will be light out for 3 continuous days without being on. Ever since I've started, I've not really seen something like that before. Maybe they can off it today, and by the next day they're on it. But 3 continuous days, I've not seen it. But you have to make sure there's constant light.
Okay. Those are some of the risks.
For the electricity there, you have to make sure wherever you are doing the hatchery business, there's light there, or get a backup power, like solar or a plant or a generator.
So it's very interesting. Last year when I called you, I wanted to order for some of the chicks. You made a statement. You said I would have to pre-order. It got me interested. It means that you are booked throughout the year. Hey, tell me more about that.
So last year when you called, that was when I was having the 100. Out of that 100, I think every week I was producing around 100 ducklings per week. And people keep calling.
Okay.
People keep calling. So the demand is there. And I've not been even able, up till now, that I've even raised over 350 parent stock. Still there's pressure on me. So if you call, now one thing I do is I don't really like that pay and I'll deliver to you. I'll just tell you if you are serious. When I know Mondays and Thursdays I have hatch. So if I'm using WhatsApp business, So when you call or WhatsApp me that you want a duckling, I tell you to WhatsApp me. So I book you down. I've labeled those who want the ducklings. So like tomorrow I'll be getting hatch. So I'll test you. Are you still interested in the ducklings? If you say yes, tomorrow they'll be ready. How many do you want? If you say 50, I know every day, every hatching day, I know the quantity I'm expecting. So if tomorrow I'm expecting like 50 and I called you and say you want 50 pieces, then you can pay the money. Then tomorrow when they are ready, I'll send it to you. So that's what I've been doing. But I don't do pre-order. Like you pay down and when they are ready, I'll send to you. But when it's a day before the delivery or that same day, you have to pay before I send it to you. Or you come here yourself to pick them up when they are ready.
Okay. So why you don't want to eat your eggs before they hatch?
There are risks in this business. Maybe like how we are talking about the electricity issue. You can go for someone's money and you'll be you'll be stuck. There was one time someone booked day old chicks like that, and I have to travel somewhere for a program. I went. By the time I came back, there was overheating in the machine. The chicks that have hatched or they've died. So I have to go for someone's day old chick. The person too is ready to brood them, so I can't. And it's first time too, so you can't go and tell him you had an issue. Else, the trust you are building with the person will be lost. So I have to go in for someone's day old chicks and supply it to the person. So that's one reason why I don't really take money first. But I think a time will come. Mostly those people, when they call and you tell them they have to wait. Later on, when maybe they are ready and you are calling them, some of them tell you they've used the money for something. So I wasn't doing that too because the hatching I was getting wasn't really in the quantity I wanted. But I think from next month going, every 3 days or every 4 days, I'll be able to hatch like 200 or more every 3 days. So in that case, if you call me that you want some, you can make your payment, and once they are ready, I'll send it to you. Or you come in here and pick them up yourself.
Still, do you have issues with the delivery? As you said, people don't like the superstition and stuff.
Oh, that side is that issue I had is only from Kumasi to Tamale. So since then, I've not used that route again. Now what I do is, if you call, some people call from Bono region, people call from Tamale, Wa, and other places. So what I do is, for here, the only cars you can get is Medina, you get Koforidua, you get Kumasi car, Ashaman. These are the only 4 places when you want straight car you can get. So what I do is I have someone who is a delivery guy in Accra. So if there's a booking from Tamale, I'll give it to a Medina car here, and he will receive it at Medina and go to a VIP station, and he will do the delivery for them. So that's what I've been doing. So for delivery, I haven't faced any challenge. And concerning maybe mortality during delivery too, I've not encountered some till now. When you package them well, they always arrive safe.
And what again do we need to know?
The only side we've not spoken about is how to hatch the duck eggs. It's not a normal route like how we know the fowl and the turkey. You just put them inside, and when it's time, they'll just come out.
But I assume it's all the same.
They are not the same. Hatching duck eggs is different. So I'll take that side too. So I'll talk about the Peking duck eggs because that's what I'm hatching now. Muscovy hatching is different also. It takes more days than the Peking ducks. For the Peking, it takes 28 days to hatch. So what we do here is in the morning, they lay at night. So by the time you wake up, the eggs are ready. You just go and pick them. And they don't lay at a particular place for you. They lay around. So mostly when you pick the eggs, they are all dirty. So you have to clean the eggs.
With water.
You can use water, but not to put the eggs in the water. You can wet something and use it to clean it, very nice. But you have to make sure it doesn't shake. Don't shake it. So you clean it, and after cleaning, you do your selection. There are some with cracks. Once there is crack on it, when you put it inside the machine, it won't hatch. So duck eggs, what I've realized is they can't be kept for a longer time, like the 7 days maximum I mentioned earlier on. If you keep them for 7 days, most of them will go bad. So what I do is I keep it. At first I was keeping them 5 days until my eggs became more. So now I'm using 3 days and 4 days. So I chose Mondays and Thursdays. So every Monday you gather the eggs, you clean it, do your selection, and put it inside the machine. The machine, the temperature is 37.5 degrees. You can hatch a Peking duck egg. The humidity from day one is 60%. It can be less for the first 25 days. Anything between 40 to 60% for the humidity for the first 25 days is okay. So after a week, you candle it. The candling at night, when it's a week in the machine, at night, you off the light in darkness. You are on your phone torchlight and attach it to the egg. If it's fertile, you see blood vessels inside the egg. But if it's inside it's plain, that means it's not fertile. Those ones won't hatch. You take them out.
What do you do with them?
You can eat them. It will be just like a normal egg, and you can eat them. So we take those ones out and we eat. And the ones that are fertile, you send them inside again. So this is where the hard work comes in. When it's 10 days, most people don't know this. And so when they're hatching, they come back, wow, my ducks are not hatching. When it's after the 7th day and you've candled them, 3 days later, which is 10 days inside the machine, every single day, you bring them out of the machine. You spray it with a normal water, no chemical, just a plain water. You spray it, and not hot too, just a cool water, not too chilled, but normal warm water, You spray it. After spraying it, you leave it to cool down for like 20 to 30 minutes outside. Then you send it back inside the machine. You do that from the 10th day. It's very important. You don't have to do it too early. From day 1 to 9 days, you don't have to do it. From the 10th day, every single day, and it should be in the afternoon. You spray it, wait for 20 to 30 minutes, send it back inside. So you spray it till the 25th day. When it's on the 25th day, you have to drop it inside the basket for it to hatch. So you spray it every single day in the afternoon. So the 25th day that you have to drop it for it to hatch. Then you spray it again. And the reason why we are doing that spraying, they said duck eggs, when the fetus in the egg, they generate a lot of heat. So the reason why we are doing the spraying is just to cool them down when they are generating that heat. And normally in the afternoon, when the temperature is high, then you have to do that. So if you do that, you see that when it's time for hatching, most of them will come out for you. And even the mother ducks, they do that. If you're a farmer who is into Muscovy duck farming, you realize that every afternoon, if you don't have water for them to bath, you see that they'll leave the eggs and go and stand outside for some time, and until the sun is down before they'll go and sleep on the eggs again. But if you have water, they'll go and swim, and after swimming with the wet body, they'll go and use it to sleep on the egg. That's the same process we are also using to cool the eggs down. So these are some of the few things you have to know about the hatching of the duck eggs. And the Peking ducks, they don't incubate. They don't sleep. They can't sleep on their own eggs. So that means when you are a farmer that you want to go inside Peking duck farming, you have to find yourself an incubator to be doing the work for you.
In hatchery, do you even have time to go out?
I go out, but when it's 2 p.m., that's when I spray my eggs. You have to return and do that spraying. But you can miss it.
Okay.
Like maybe today that you find yourself here and you are doing some, just a single day without spraying it won't change anything. But you have to make sure you always spray it till the 25th day and you get a good result in hatching.
Marketing, but still social media.
Yes. And we have a lot of online marketing platforms like Gigi. That's one of them, the one that is very helpful. And they have slots that maybe when you post them, you pay something small that they can push your ad for you. And a lot of people will see it and they'll be calling you. So TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp groups, and Gigi, those are the main platforms I use to market.
How is the packaging done so that the birds get to?
And I have two things I use. There's a day-old chick basket with a lot of holes around it.
Okay. You purchase them?
You purchase them. Or I use, if there are some farmers, they come in to buy just like 10, 20. We use a normal box, those biscuit box, big ones. Then you create a lot of holes around it. But you have to make sure when you are packing them, they shouldn't be overcrowded. That's one thing. They should be free inside.
Do you give them water or food before?
You don't have to give them anything.
They won't die?
They won't die. I sent to the north thermally, and they reach the next day. No food, no water, they survive.
How do you keep the record?
Okay. For the record keeping, I have some app. You can find it on the Play Store or Apple Store. The name is Poultry Manager. So that's what I use to keep my record.
How does it work?
I don't know if I can. This is how.
Okay.
So there's a place where the birds that you're having, you see brown turkeys, you see ducklings, and there's a place where all your expenses will come and the profit you are getting. There's a place where you can enter the number of eggs you collect every day, the number of ducklings you hatch every day, the feed, the number of feed, the grams of feed you are giving them, everything is there. But what I normally use is the quantity of eggs I'm collecting a day, the eggs hatching. So it will give you, maybe you are collecting 100 eggs this month and you've hatched like 80 to 90, then you know you are on track. So it helps you a lot. You enter the expenses you are making. So today, if I sell 100 ducklings, they will tell you, are you selling them? Have they died?
Okay.
Or you are using them for your personal reasons? So if it's sold, they will give you a place. How many are you selling?
Paid.
It's not a paid, it's free. Everything is free on it. So at every month, you know your expenses and the profit you've made. So something like last month like this, you see the income there, which is about 90,190 with expenses of 13,000 plus. So the profit I made last month is 5,000. You can see it there, and that one is because the expenses are more. I'm raising some new base, so I bought more feed last month. So something like this month, the expenses, the sales I made is about 12,860 for this month. We've not ended the month yet, but the selling of me, I've sold like 12,860 with expenses of 6,500. So what I've made so far is 6,360 for this month.
Just hatchery.
Hatchery. And there's so it gives you record of the number of birds you are keeping on the farm too. So that's how I keep my record.
You have Sasso birds.
Sasso, Fulani, ducklings, the parent stock.
Okay. That's simple. I know you are professionally. Tell me a little bit about your profession.
For now, I'm a farmer. That's my profession for now. I'm a farmer.
Where you put the
But certificate, the certificate, I don't even know where I place it now. But I'm a public health information officer. Health information officer. I went to US, University of Health and Allied Sciences.
At where?
Huawei, the Huawei branch, public health.
Okay. You completed which year?
2021.
2021. Wow. And since then, you
No work.
decided-
We've not that I've decided. We've not been posted.
Okay. So right now, with what you are doing, the posting come right now. You go talk to you go add down
It depends.
in your final.
So what I will have to say is farming is very profitable. So if you are someone like me, that you just completed school, or if you've not been in school too and you don't have anything doing, or if you find yourself doing something, even I've been hearing complaints of government worker complain that their salary is not reaching them. If you're a government worker, I have a lot of people who are teachers, bankers from different kind of areas that they come in, that they buy day old chicks from me, that are also venturing into this farming. So if you are someone out there and you are now planning or thinking whether you should go into farming or not, it's very profitable. And like I said, you could see the sales I'm making.
You have proof.
I have proof. If 1 day old duck is 50 cedis, so if you don't hatch crab and every week you're able to hatch 100, 5,000 Ghana. A month is 20,000. The ducks can't eat more than 10,000 from you. And now, how many government workers are being paid 10,000 cedis in Ghana now? How many can you mention?
Yes.
So you won't respect it. It's a dirty work, but it pays. And you don't need too much money to start. As I was starting, I didn't know I would be here today. I can't really tell you how I've gotten here. But I believe with the little you have, the only thing that will disturb you is a space. But you can, even just a backyard, you can do something small. The land I'm using here is not my own land I purchased. It's my father's land. The same home we are living is where I created the space, and I'm doing everything here. So the youth out there, if you are now thinking about what to do, I think you can venture into farming, and it will help you.
The fear they have is the marketing.
Marketing.
Yes.
Now everything now has become everything internet. There are some people nowadays, when you go to TikTok, a lot of people, they don't even have shops. You see them doing life in their rooms, selling things. So social media is one place that can really help you. There are some people, you just buy data, go to TikTok, watch videos, it will drain your data, you go and buy again. But when you go there, you see there are a lot of people doing their business there, and it's helping. Ever since I've joined TikTok, there's not a single day I've hatched any bird, and I'll tell you, it has been here like even up to 2 days before I'm able to sell it. Any single bird that is coming out of the machine is already on its way. Once you are posting, people will be calling you. As we are even doing, the calls are coming in right now that they've seen my post. But marketing side here, you don't have to worry. Just do what you are doing and do it well. Be genuine. Whatever you are doing, do it well. Then the marketing itself will find you. Now I don't worry myself posting too much. What I have to do is, maybe when I'm feeding them, just take a video of them feeding, posting it. When I'm giving them water, I video it, post it. When I'm picking eggs, I video it, post it. When I'm putting eggs in the machine, I don't even post on any of the social media platforms that I'm selling ducklings. But these small things that we do, feeding them, and you are taking video of them and you are posting, then people will start asking you, how much do you sell them, how much do you sell them, and they'll be calling you. So for the marketing side, there's no issue. Although I know there are a lot of people who complain about they have birds that they don't have anyone to buy them.
If someone watched this video and they need any of the ducklings, how can they reach you?
They can reach me on my social media platforms. On TikTok is Jinyami Farms or Jinyami Duck Farm. On Facebook, I'm using my real account called Tete. Or even if you search Jinyami Farms, you can still find me. Or on my number 0542 56 8119. 0542 56 8119 or 054 55 82 810. 054 55 82 810. Once you call these numbers, you'll reach me out. And when you are looking for me, I can be located at Odumasi Krobo. I'm closer to the Krobo Girls Senior High School. So you can use the Krobo Girls School as a landmark, and once you've reached there, I'll pick you up from there.
Thank you. Let's go to the setup. Show us around.
So just normal spraying, not too wet, but just to cool the eggs down.
And after spraying, how many minutes?
You leave it down here for like 20 to 30 minutes. Then you send it back to the machine again.
So what about those inside?
Those inside are the ones less than 10 days old. Remember I said you only spray when it's after 10 days. So the ones here, or some are foul eggs, but the dark eggs, they're the ones inside, or they are less than 10 days. So those ones, we are not spraying them yet until the 10th day. So we'll leave it down for 20 to 30 minutes then.
So this is
3,000 capacity. And this one takes 528.
So can you explain the setup?
So the setter, as I said, the ones that takes the egg, if it's foul eggs, for 18 days. So the date on it, well, this one is 27th April. So that means when it's 27th April, it will leave the setter, and you send it on the 27th April. You send it to the hatcher, so it will stay there for 3 days before you open it. By the time you open it, then the chicks will come out.
So it's not yet 27.
Yeah, it's not yet. The day you are putting it, you count like 25 days ahead. Then you write that date. So I think
They are ducks here.
I think they've hatched already. They will be out by tomorrow. I placed them here on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
So this one you cannot open it.
You cannot open it now. So the close one is this one, 20th April. So tomorrow, after taking these ones out, then you place this ones inside. 20th. So 20th is the day these ones will be going there. So today is the last day I'm spraying these ones. So tomorrow, after taking these ones out, then you send them inside. For the eggs, there is the new ones, the ones we collected.
So when you collect them from the farm, you keep them here
for 3 days or 4 days.
After 3 days, you mark them,
Then
and send them here.
Send them here.
Okay.
For 25 days, they'll be
25
inside this.
That's
Then
the setting.
the setting.
Then when it comes here, it's not.
Hatcher. Then they will spend 3 days here. By the 3 days, they will all come out.
So So I can see the temperature is.
This one is because it's almost time to hatch. You know, I've increased it to 37.7. But this what is actually ready because the room is hot. 37.8.
Where's the humidity?
The humidity is this one. So here it's 37.5.
Okay.
But you can still give this one 37.5. It will hatch all right.
And this was locally made here.
Locally made from Kumasi. There's no difference. You won't even know.
And the hatchability
It's
is rated?
95%.
If you put
100 eggs, you get like 95.